होतंय, मी तुम्हाला मेसेज पण टाकलाय बघा आणि ग्रुपवर पण मी टाकलाय की माझं काय होतंय, मी पूर्ण झालं माझं ते पर्यंत फोटो स्कॅन करेपर्यंत आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्यांनी मेसेज काय टाकलं की फ्रंट पेज स्कॅन करा. तर फ्रंट पेज मी स्कॅन केला, जो फॉर्म भरून आणलेला आहे ना तो, पण त्याच्या पुढे तो जातच नाही. पुढे सबमिट
Which of following can be valued for
आणि त्यानंतर
4.5 minus 2.5 is equal to 300. So यहाँ पे 300 आएगा. So 64:1 is the correct answer for this. 64. Next, Ram distributes. Ram distributes rupees 8,400 among 3 children in Delhi C. A gets half of what B gets, and C gets twice that of B. What amount does B get? ये 1200 हो गया. 4800 is what C gets. Next. In a class of school, there are two sections, A and B, with the strength 3:1 respectively. The percentage of girl in section A is 40% of the percentage of boys in section B is 40%. Huh? The percentage of girls in section A is 40% and the percentage of boys in section B is 40%. What is the percentage of girls in the class? In a class. In a class. In the section A, we see respectively the percentage of girls in section A is 40%. तो अगर इसको 300 में कंसिडर करो, इसको गर्ल्स है 40%, मतलब 300 का 40% इज 120. तो यहाँ पे बॉयज 180 हो जाएंगे. अभी गर्ल्स एंड बॉयज, the percentage of boys in section B is 40%. तो इसका 40 मतलब 40 और ये है 60. Find the percentage of girls in the class. The total girls चाहिए 1.0 upon 400 45. 45. Next. In a class A, B, C, 3:5:4, there are students in 3:5:4 ratio. If 40 students increased in each class, the ratio of the students in this class become 4:6:5. Find the number of students in class B and C initially. तो इन दोनों के डिफरेंस जो है सिमिलर है, which is one part which is equal to 40. Number of students in class B and C initially was 90 by 40 is equal to 260. Next, when a ball bounces, it rises to 1/3 of the height from which it fell. If the ball is dropped from a height of 48, so how if the ball is dropped from a height of 48, how high will it rise at the third bounce? So 1/3 into 1/3 into 1/3. So 3, 1, a 6. मतलब 16/9 is equal to 1, 7/9. So A option is correct. The expenses on food, rent, and electricity bill of a family. Food, rent, and electricity bill of a family is 5 by 15. The expenditure of food, rent, and electricity, if it is increased by 20%, 10%, 30% respectively, Thus, the total expenses of the family is increased by how much? Suppose इसको बोलते हैं एक इंश्योरेंस में ऐड कर ये कितना होता है 180 230 है ना ये हो गया 180 प्लस 50 230 अगर इसको मैंने 6/5 से इंक्रीज किया है तो ये 16 है इसको मैंने 11/10 से इंक्रीज किया है तो 165 हो जाएगा और इसको मैंने 13/10 से इंक्रीज किया है तो 16 और 60, 65, 69, 40, 80, 90 वो ये न्यू एक्सपेंस का टोटल है अगर कितना इंक्रीज है देखेंगे तो 64% मोर है तो नीचे परसेंटेज लेस आएगा जो इक्वल टू 100 तो 640 अपॉन 23 करेंगे हमारा आंसर आ जाएगा 2046 अपॉन 80 और 7 8 7 ही बना 47 total numbers must increase by how much percent? The percentage that's that 640 divided by 20. Yeah, 46. 7 1 option for the option. The expenses of food, rent, and electricity are in the ratio of 5:3:30. Is to 3. Not able to add the security rent is 150 and electricity is 30. The total 180 into 230. The expenditure of food, rent, and electricity is thus increased by 6/5, 11/10, and the 14/10. The new expense are the 16, 165, 69. This is also correct. 16, 165, 69, 14, 12, 18, 19, 294. 294 expense one and we are asking total expenses of a family thus increase by how much percent? इन दोनों का जो difference है which is 64 upon 230. These are 46 for 5, 1, 3, shift. Yes. Expenses and boundaries. income of Indian and their expenditure in the ratio of 5 and 3. Each savings are 12,000 वन पार्ट आ जाएगा 1.5 7 5 5,000 the income of the is equal to 50.
म्हणे की तुमची बहीण कुठे
A shopkeeper has a number of apples and oranges in the ratio 1:11:70. Has to pick both the fruits in a certain number of boxes. Each box contains equal number of apples and
इकडे चांगलं
oranges. If the difference in the two varieties is lost,
ते पण ती राहते कुठे म्हणे
another question.
दादरला राहते ती
A shopkeeper has apple
तिकडे
apples.
तिकडे कोण नाही
The ratio 11:70. The apples है, number of oranges है. He has to pick both the fruits in a certain number of boxes. तो उसको ये जो fruits है वो इस तरह से पिकअप करने में बॉक्स में डाल के पिक करने में तो ये इस तरह से पिक करते हैं कि हर एक बॉक्स में जो है ईच बॉक्स कंटेन्स इक्वल नंबर ऑफ एप्पल्स एंड इक्वल नंबर ऑफ ऑरेंजेस मतलब हर बॉक्स में हर इंडिविजुअल बॉक्स इक्वल नंबर ऑफ एप्पल्स एंड इक्वल नंबर ऑफ ऑरेंजेस ओके if the difference between the number of fruits of two varieties if the difference between the number of fruits of two varieties in the box is 72 in a box the difference between the number of fruits of two varieties in the box is 72 and the number of boxes is 16 so let x be number of apples in a box and let 72 minus x be number of oranges in a box. ठीक है अभी number of apples plus number of apples plus number of oranges into 16 box is equal to 28 A. Add up. 72 into 16 upon 28 A. 4, 7, 2, 8, 11 by 7. What is the total number of fruits is equal to 27? Shopkeeper he has to pick certain. If the difference between the number of fruits of two varieties in a box is 72. इसमें का difference 72 नंबर है इसमें का डिफरेंस जो 6 पार्ट का है वो 72 का जो 1 पार्ट इस इक्वल टू 12 हो जाएगा तो ये हो जाएगा 142 एप्पल्स अब ये हो जाएगा 204 एप्पल्स What is the total number of fruits in What's the difference between the number of fruits of two varieties in yes, you have to make the ratio also. How to The difference between the number of fruits and two varieties in a box is 72. The number of apple in a box अगर मैंने x लिया, number of oranges जो है वो 72 प्लस x होते. 2x plus 72 into 16 is equal to total boxes, total fruits. Okay. Okay, wait. Relation, the property covenant concept dimension. Number of apples in each box is x. So 16 box means 6x, 16x apples होंगे. And number of oranges, see, oranges minus apples is equal to 72. Into oranges minus apples is equal to 72. 72 plus x. So 72 plus x into 16 is equal to 11 upon 17. The way 16 is 16 was cancelled out. 17x is equal to 497 plus 11x. And now the 6x is equal to 7, 6, 9. The x is equal to 1, 3, 2, 132. X is equal to 132 and the total number of fruits. Okay. अगर 16x is equal to 11 parts है, तो 16 upon 130 in multiply by 132, तो ये 1 part जो हो गया 192. 1 part मेरा 192 है, तो total number of apples जो है 27 parts के हैं. 4, 5, 2, 43, 7, 24, 27, 1, 5, 5, 1, 7. Please let there be x तक पहुंच गए. X तक हम पहुंच गए. x की वैल्यू जो है 132, तो टोटल एप्पल्स जो है वो है 16 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 30, 132. चलो कुछ नहीं. 32, 3, 48, 1, 5, 16, 1 plus 72 plus 132, 4, 10, 0, 4 multiplied by 60 is equal to 64 or 32. 2, 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5. B option is correct. Total number of the ratio of 3 apples is 4 by 2 by 5. The sum of the squares of all 3 numbers is 16 plus 4 plus 25 and 3 plus 45. 45 in parts is equal to 60, 0. One part is equal to 5, 9 ones and 9, 8 is equal to 36. Second smallest number is 144. 6 and 4. The monthly expenditure of Irfan is 40% less than that of Imran. Irfan and Imran. 40% less, मतलब 3/5 are yearly expenses. If at the end of the month Imran and Irfan saved 12,000 and 10,000 respectively, and the ratio of the monthly income of Imran and Irfan respectively, then the yearly income of Imran is how much more than the yearly income of Irfan? यहाँ पे वन पार्ट जो है आ जाएगा -6 which is equal to 4,673. No, in then the yearly income of Imran. Imran की monthly income जो है वो है और yearly income जो है वो is how much more than yearly income of Irfan. Irfan income जो है वो 4,673 in 12 months, 16, 6, 3, 2, 7, and then जो है 6, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 3. इनकम के बाद हमसे इरफान की जो मंथली एक्सपेंडिचर है से एक मंथली सेविंग जो है 12,000 और 10,000 है और इनकम जो है इमरान की इमरान का जो इमरान अमीर ठीक से 20,000 because 60,000, 80,000, 20,000, 1/20,000 इसकी इनकम जो है वो हो जाएगी 1 लाख। इसकी the yearly income of Imran is how much more than the yearly income of Irfan. आ रहा है बिकॉज ऐसे डिफरेंस निकालना है तो देखो इनकी इसकी ईयरली इनकम इतनी है और इनकी ईयरली इनकम इतनी है। तो अगर उनकी मंथली इनकम को सब्ट्रैक्ट करें तो इसकी 1 लाख है और इसकी 1,60,000 है तो इन दोनों का डिफरेंस जो है वो 60,000 आता है वही 60,000 12 मंथ्स का कितना होता है। दिस इज हाउ It is like 7 lakh 20,000 is the answer, but I don't see here any option right here. But let's just see. 12 lakh अगर है ना, इन लोगों की है 20 lakh 40 19 lakh 20,000 12 because 72 lakh 20,000 है ना, तो यार राइट मतलब तो ऑप्शन ये दिख रहा है तो है। अरे यार इमरान, अभी हम लोग एकदम बेसिक से 5x माइनस सेविंग्स, इमरान की सेविंग्स 12,000 और इरफान की इनकम 8x, उसकी सेविंग्स 10,000। दोनों का जो रेशियो है मंथली एक्सपेंडिचर, इरफान इज 2/5 लेस देन इमरान। 2/5 लेस है मतलब कि वो 5 गया और इरफान और इमरान का जो टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर का रेशियो है वो 3/5 है। After 15x minus 36,000 is equal to 40x minus 50,000. 50,000 इधर आ जाएगा और x so 1 so 5 and 25 5 20 in it 100 5 and 25 5 6 40 5 60 x is equal to 560 no, no. The monthly income, Imran, the monthly income, वो है 2800 और Imran की monthly income जो है 4400। अभी इन दोनों का जो डिफरेंस है वो है into 12, so 0.7218 12 20। Now, calculation. And the of lemon is added. And the ratio of lemon and water becomes 1:9. We water is going to the 90 currently the 9 1 plus 3 is equal to 10 to 1 part 1 is equal to 3 liters. Is equal to 3 liters. We have 30 liters. We have 37 liters. We have 37 liters. We have 37 liters. अभी एग्रीमेंट जो है वो 54 लीटर्स टोटल सबसे पहले 10 लीटर्स माइनस किया था इसमें आधा था तो स्टार्टिंग में 64 लीटर्स था इसका हाफ जो है वो 32 लीटर्स है और jar contains petrol and diesel in the ratio 7:5 uh, respectively 7:5 respectively. If 12 liters of diesel is added to the mixture, the ratio of petrol and same and 21 one part of 12 liters. Find the initial quantity of mixture. Such find the ratio of Indian right and when 12 is added to A and 8 is subtracted from B, the ratio becomes 15/40. So 126, 154, 24 parts, 20, and by 160. Plus 15 into 120, which is 2. So 1 part is equal to 12. 1 part is equal to 12. So here it's 180 and here it's 168. इसमें से माइनस किया है तो यहाँ पे प्लस हो जाएगा तो the sum initial बाद में दिया 1.5% of any 60% of what is the sum 1.5% of any 60% of 120 5 by 4 160 3 by 5 it will A and B are